Okay, so here we are, a couple of turns into the IIUU Kenny match, but this is essentially like the other semifinals, something like that. I think I might get another shot at redemption in tonight's tournament, but right now this is what it's boiled down to. I think all the top end bracket stuff has already been figured out, and now we're playing the lower bracket, and this is Kenny versus IIUU. Looks like I think they're playing Priest Pally versus Priest Pally, so this should be pretty interesting. And Kenny has quite an interesting card in his hand there. I don't know how I feel about that card. I think you guys know at home which one I'm talking about, but we'll see if it works in his favor. Kind of sucks there for Kenny. There's not like a lot for him to do on that turn. I mean, he's not really facing a lot of pressure from IIUU right now, but I love that Cog Hammer. So strong. There's a Noble Sacrifice. And really, though, I mean, yeah, the Blessing of Kings, I was going to say, there's still so much you can do with 5 mana that hasn't been done yet, so. And I've just got another one of my friends who was supposed to be here with us tonight. And we might have had a couple more players, but it looks like they decided to stay at their hotel and chill. Wow, and that's hotel Wi-Fi so bad that it won't even update Hearthstone. I mean, if you guys are wondering why I was gone for like 3 weeks, it wasn't because I was gone. Like, I had some sort of internet where I was staying, but and there you go. We're talking about new cards, new TGT stuff. The Mysterious Challenger loading up a free secret. For every secret you have in your deck, the Mysterious Challenger loads one when you play him. And five there. Five mana. On a turn 6, you get 5 bonus mana plus a 6/6 body. Is pretty insane value. Now, obviously, picking apart these secrets takes a little bit of strategy. Now we get the Noble Sacrifice, into the Avenge, into the Redemption, into Competitive Spirit, it should be. So now we see the Avenge. Redemption, get the Noble Sacrifice back. And then whatever's alive, yeah, here we go, is now Competitive Spirit, gets the +1/+1s. Oh, and that's kind of like not the best eye for eye there that Kenny was hoping for, I would imagine. But the Mysterious Challenge has actually gotten pretty strong again because of the Avenge. I mean, at 5/9, he's almost more dangerous than a 6/6 because he's gonna be harder to kill. And Kenny taking a beating here. Like, what's he gonna take out? A Noble Sack. Should wrap it up. What do we got? 5/9. That's exactly lethal. There you go. Just one under, but I think it was pretty much there. So IIUU takes the first game, and he's going to have to switch over to Priest. I don't know if we're going to see Kenny switch over to Priest, or if he's going to try and hold it down with his Paladin here. He's probably going to have a good think about which way he wants to do this.
The light shall bring victory. The light shall burn you.
So Kenny did go Priest to match with IIUU's Priest. I think they knew they were playing a mirror match, like both ways if they wanted to. And I think Kenny's going to try and win it from this end before going back with his Paladin now. But could be an awfully slow start with Priest versus Priest. We'll see. And clearly IIUU not used to playing Priest because the correct play on turn 2 there would be to heal your opponent. But there we go, Kenny with the Dragon Priest. And I think he's considering whether he wants to put the Power Word Shield on there, or if he's just going to get it like Shadow Word Pain anyway. So I think he's just going to go ahead and pass, and hopefully just get that spell out of IIUU's hand anyway. Ooh, Viola Lightbane. Which one is that? Is that the one with the Divine Shield or the damage? This one gets Divine Shield. Interesting. I wonder what he's planning with this one.
Is someone injured?
And I guess now he wants to do this. Is he gonna try and do some damage and then heal up as well? He could coin out another Wormrust agent. And that's what he does. So I guess he's just gonna go face here, I would imagine. So quite a good board for Kenny actually early on by turn 3. I mean, way more developed than what we were expecting. And will play really nicely into the turn 4 that looks like he's got planned here. Just depends on how IIUU responds. Oh, okay, and there's a Wormrust agent as well. So we see one of the things I was wondering about was, I think this is a 3-mana card. Stay there, 3 mana, yeah, exactly. So this is like a really good 3-drop, I guess, in decks like this. And I was just wondering to see how well these these legendary sisters worked out. But there you go, Shadow Word Pain just deals with it right away. And he gets to push through the Wormrust Argent and draw a card. So really, really good turn here for Kenny. And there you go, that Lightbane sister doesn't look super effective, I guess. I mean, the removal is always useful. I would imagine not. So what's the best way for Kenny to deal with this Blackwing Corruptor? And that'll be the second Blackwing Corruptor, so that's kind of like the burst of this deck that you've basically seen. And like I was saying earlier about the TGT cards, I mean, we're going to see some new cards tonight. One of them is that Wormrust Agent, which it's like, okay, I don't know if you saw in my Dragon Priest earlier. I don't think I even got a chance to get out the Twilight Guardians. But Kenny is putting in some work here. I mean, on full health, he's able to use the Arcanine Soul Priest like fully effectively on the offensive. And this is actually a pretty nice little setup right now. Yeah, we can see him sort of hovering over the boom as he looks towards turn 7. And I have a hard time when I play Priest decks these days. Normally they're themed so strongly in one direction that I don't really feel like I want to use Thought Steal. But still like a super frustrating card when your opponent starts throwing your own stuff at you and sort of beating you with it sometimes. So we'll see if that sort of works out well for IIUU. But now Kenny's going to draw. And a pretty good draw it is, just to clear out that Twilight Guardian like right away. And I think he gets to pop the Drake, yeah, the Twilight Whelp. And really, really putting the pressure on now. This is a pretty good start. Some interesting cards in this deck too, with the Hungry Dragon and Temple Enforcer and stuff like that. Cards you're probably not totally used to seeing. everybody's got kind of like their own spin on Dragon Priest right now. So definitely interesting to see how everybody plays it slightly differently, what cards they think sort of fit better. But it's nice because this is like a mirror match that's not a complete mirror match. You know, like these guys are actually playing with a lot of the same cards, but like so many different cards that it kind of makes the game feel like you are looking at two completely different styles right now. And there's Ysera. So hard to deal with for a priest, unless he has something to buff the attack to killer or something to reduce the attack to killer. Like there's just nothing really you can do about it. And you don't really want to. You don't really want to kill. Yeah, I mean, if you kill this guy and it goes on to Ysera, well, that's fairly lucky. Like to have her with 16 health or 15 health would just be almost insurmountable. I mean, really, I can't see any buffs in Kenny's hand that's going to make it so he can just like remove her like that.
Is someone injured?
Just dragons pouring out from both sides here, and this has really sort of turned the game into IIUU's favor. That Ysera drop just so hard to deal with, like I said, for the priest. It just really makes it like frustrating. There's just nothing he can really do about it. I mean, even here, if he plays, I guess he's hoping to get a drop onto her. There you go. For Biggs, that'll do it. That'll actually do it. He just needs to play. Now, see, he could play Azure Drake and Holy Nova and basically wipe out Ysera, but he played it the wrong way around, and that's going to cost him. That would have knocked out Ysera and the Twilight Whelp, and that's pretty unlucky for Kenny there, sort of missing the misplay. And I'm sure IIUU will punish accordingly. At this point, he wants to keep Ysera alive. Yeah, exactly. I think Kenny's realized now what went wrong on that play. Getting the buff from the Azure Drake just to wipe that board would have been fantastic. And IIUU, without a dragon in hand, when he drops that Wormrest agent, doesn't actually get the buff. So, you know, I wouldn't say he's running out of options as long as Ysera keeps generating these dream cards. But kind of an awkward spot right now.
Is someone injured?
Job's done.
Let me change your mind.
And there goes his Northshire Cleric as well. And that little harmless looking Wormrest agent is going to just take care of the Volcanic Drake. And this is really going bad for Kenny. Wow, more stuff just coming out. He's getting a draw, he's getting the Powered Shield, he's going to draw more cards. Ysera stays healthy. And I can't see Kenny getting out of this now. It's just snowballing away so hard from him. We don't see IIUU's cards at the moment, but it can't be good. Why would no, don't do that. Yeah, you don't need to do that. I was going to say, that was close. Like, that card will not live on the next turn. But what can you do? What else can you do here? I mean, there's not a lot. You heal yourself in past turn, I guess. But really harsh for Kenny. I thought his deck looked like it was rolling in the right direction, and then suddenly just completely countered.
Is someone injured?
And he gets the double draw, so now IIUU is going to start cycling through his deck pretty quickly here. But that Emerald Drake is going to put a ton of pressure on. We do see the Shadow Word Death in Kenny's hand, but like, how can he come back from all this? He's dead next turn anyway. I just double flash. I mean, there's nothing he can just draw into here that's going to help him. Light Bomb. If he had a Light Bomb, would just about do it. Still wouldn't get rid of Ysera, who's producing those dream cards, and it's just not going to be enough. I think IIUU is going to take it here, and that will be this match done. Unlucky, Kenny. And excellent job as usual, IIUU, and it looks like we might be looking at yet another IIUU Cataboo Finals, although it might be possible that I have to play IIUU first. So we'll find out about that, and I will see you guys in the next one.